So she collaborated with us, and she supplies us with the rakes and bags and materials that we need to do the cleanup.
Okay. So you'll do that on Saturday.
Yes.
And then you also have a health and wellness piece.
That will be at the Stetson Library from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And there'll be some health screenings going on in the Stetson for people that are interested, and also a lot of information about health and wellness in the community.
And these are all free screenings. This is in conjunction with Yale School of Medicine, and they have doctors coming in for a high blood pressure screening, diabetes. They may have a dentist there this year for concerns about hygiene, dental hygiene. So there's a lot of information that's going to be given out that day, and you can actually be seen by professionals, all free of charge.
Wow. So that's from 10 to 3. And when you say all kinds of screenings, we're talking blood pressure.
Yes.
We're talking cholesterol. We're talking diabetes. We're talking, what else?
I'm not quite sure their entire list because we haven't received it yet because Yale's still working on it.
Okay.
But there will be, I'm sure, anything that anybody needs. And there'll be referrals, too. So anybody who needs to talk to someone, they can refer them to someone else.
That's great. And this is taking place at Stetson.
Correct.
And it's from 10 to 3.
Yes.
And then
Thursday, May 17th, we will have
the fabulosity of the one and only
a fashion
Donald
show featuring
Carter.
the fashions of Hamden and New Haven's own Donald Carter.
Yes, yes, yes. And I'm so honored. I did this. I was just looking at my papers and pictures from my past, and I did a fundraiser for Freddy Fixer back in '93.
Wow,
so
really?
It's like, it's
coming back home.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's like
gosh.
full circle.
It is full circle.
To be able to, and it's so funny because I see a lot of faces in the pictures, and I'm like, oh, we're all older now because that's over 20-something years ago.
Yeah.
So to be able to give back this much and to be welcomed as the artistic director on the team of the Freddy Fixer, it's like, it's very, I feel honored to be able to give back after being in the Freddy Fixer parade years ago in 1968 and 69. Yes, I was in the drill team. Go Phoenix. And we went all the way downtown, though.
Yeah.
And we were tired. And
I'm
we
sure.
ran back up to the Elks, because we weren't old enough to get in there, but that was the only time you can get in was Freddy Fixer. So, I've grown up loving just to go, and then, we dropped off for so many years, and then it became to a point that you didn't want to go because of all the stuff that we were dealing with at that time, And I don't like to reflect on it, and I just want to bring back the positiveness that Freddy Fixer once was. We looked forward to it. You had to go get a whole outfit from head to toe.
That's right. That's right.
And if you did, and you just didn't go to the parade.
And it was a reunion.
Yeah.
It was a reunion. People came from near and far to attend the parade. One of the features also of this fashion show is we will have multi-age models.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Okay? So there will be some young models, and there will be some mature
So it's
models.
it's intergenerational.
Yes, it is.
It's intergenerational because the growner you get, the sexier you get.
That's
Yes.
right.
And I'm
So we're
bringing,
going to have
Absolutely.
some grown and sexy women.
yes, and I'm bringing some of the old school models back from back in the day.
Don't say the O word. Say grown and sexy.
He said old school. He
said
said
old
old
school,
school.
yeah.
Okay,
He said
I
old
can
school.
say that. I'm like the oldest here, but, so I can say that because I'm still looking fabulous. So yes, we bring back my school.
Okay.
So there
I
will
like
be
that.
multi-generational. And
Multi-generational.
The fashion show is May 12th. I don't want anybody to forget
May
that. It's
17th.
May
I'm sorry.
17th.
Ooh, May 17th.
17th.
Blah. Thursday, May 17th
17.
at LT's in Milford
Okay.
on the Post
It's-
Road.
It's actually orange, I believe. 'cause
Orange.
It's,
It says 501 Boston Post Road, Orange.
Yes.
Orange.
it's close
I'm
to the
all
Milford
wrong.
line.
All wrong.
It's close to the
It's
Milford
close to the
line.
Milford line, right?
It's a nice place. And I must say that is one of those type of places that if you are planning to come early. It's going to get packed.
Mhm.
There'll probably be only standing room. We don't really want to have to turn people away, but we do have a cutoff
Yeah.
I think the place holds close to 300, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So we like to pack it to the rafters as much as possible. I'm definitely coming. I'm bringing it. Let's put it that way. The title of the show for me is going to be Scandalous Couture.
Oh.
Reason why I say scandalous is because I want to tantalize. I want people to go, well, where will I wear that? But it still looks nice. There'll be a lot of garters, a lot of sheer, things that we don't normally see in fashion. Today, everything is so in your face. I figure, why not bring it into fashion for myself? Because normally I do things, a little bit more constructed and destructed. So this year we're doing light, airy, a lot of sheer stuff, a lot of nice cuts, and I'm bringing back the beauty of fashion.
Well, when you say the beauty of fashion, is that materials? Is that color?
All of the above. Color, materials. I'm doing things in groups. I'm good with deconstructing stuff. I don't know, people think that it's unfinished, but for me it's finished. It's just that it gives it that edge. It gives it that high end edge. We don't I
haute couture look.
Haute couture, thank you. Yes. That's what I'm known for. I want people to come and know that every piece that's coming out there is a one of a kind. You're not going to see anything that you can go to Macy's or Lord & Taylor's and pick up. I've been a specialty designer all these years. Why not show specialty?
Yeah.
And tickets are on sale now.
Yes.
It's $25.
Yes.
And remember now, this is a donation towards the Elm City the parade. Because a lot of people don't realize that it cost us $30,000 to run this parade.
I was gonna ask you that.
Right.
The cost of the parade, does it stay steady?
No.
Or does it increase?
It doesn't stay steady because prices increase for everything, right? So one of our major costs is the overtime on police, which is a major chunk of money.
Yeah.
Also, the porta potties. People forget we have to pay for porta potties.
Yeah.
And the staging, all of those, the fencing, all of those things cost money. The fire department, we need the fire department to come out. So, right. So the fundraisers really only account for 20% of where we get our funding for this parade. The rest of it we get from sponsors, and we also get from grants. And we get from donations online.
Okay.
So, but again, just to get back to the fashion show, so the tickets are on sale online for $25. And also you can pick up tickets at Stetson Library.
Okay. And Stetson and Dexter's, or just?
No, the fashion show's at Stetson.
Okay. All right.
So,
and
speaking of Dexter's, we got one more fundraiser on Saturday before the parade. I'm sorry, Michelle.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
May 19th from 3 to 7, we'll have a day party with a purpose.
Oh.
The purpose is fundraising for the
Freddy Fixer
Parade. and that's only $10. And that will be downtown at Vanity.
And I noticed that it's age 30 and over.
Absolutely, for grown folks only.
Oh, that should be interesting.
I can't come, though.
Why? You're not that grown?
No. No, I'm 29 again.
Again. Do you have a DJ?
Yes,
Who's
we
the
do,
DJ?
and I don't know the name of the DJ because just to mention that Dexter Jones, who is our public relations person this year, he is in charge of that event, and he's off at the Dominican Republic right now, so I couldn't get the name of the DJ, but he does have a DJ for that event.
Okay, it's not Tom Joyner.
He does have tickets available as well.
And he has tickets at his
Dexter's
shop.
Barbershop at 716 Dixwell Avenue. Yep, and you can also buy them online.
Okay, so I just wanted to
see me. I'm just saying,
he has tickets.
Yes, Donald has tickets, even though he's not going. He has tickets. That's why I'm laughing. But for the fashion show, you have free appetizers and music at 6:30. The fashion show starts at 8
promptly.
The restaurant menu is going to be a full menu available. Cash bar.
Yes.
Pool table. And, of course, it says all proceeds benefit Elm City Freddy Fixer Parade.
Yes.
Okay. So now that we got through all of the lovely events, let's talk about the parade.
Yeah. Yay.
Yay. So this year's Grand Marshal is?
Oh, very excited. Very excited. New Haven Fire Chief John Alston Jr. And he's just ecstatic about the whole thing and the fact that he was invited to be the Grand Marshal this year. But he does, I know he's only been here a short time, but he really does a lot for the city in that very short.
And he takes daggone good pictures.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
He's a heck of a photographer.
Yeah.
On top of all that.
Yeah,
and
so
I wonder
he's
who's going to take pictures
Marshal.
for him.
Right. And our special guest, again, believe it or not, is Tom Joyner.
Oh.
He's coming back again. He had so much fun the last time that he said he will definitely be back this year, and he will be back for the parade, riding into the parade this year as our special guest.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now, the parade steps off from?
The time is at 1:30 when it actually starts, but it steps off on Dixwell and Bassett.
Okay.
And then it proceeds all the way down to Lake Place, Dixwell Lake Place.
Now, do we get the breakdown in front of the Elks like the old days, or are we just keeping it moving?
Well, here's the thing. So we have to sort of retrain ourselves a little bit. If you watch other parades in the city, they're continuous parades because it costs a lot the longer you stay on the road for the city of New Haven, right? We have to shut down the streets.
Right.
So we're trying to train this year the group of marchers to only stop in certain places because we wanted to keep moving so we can show that we're able to do this and go all the way downtown maybe in future years. Mm-hmm. So we do have some locations where the drill teams will stop and perform. One will be in front of the Elks. Mm-hmm. The other will be on Henry Street. Mm-hmm. I believe it was.
Yeah, Dixwell and Henry.
Right, Dixwell and Henry.
My spot.
And then it would be Dixwell and Webster. Mm-hmm. And there was one more. Oh, in front of Amistad.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
In front of Amistad.
Right, in front of Amistad.
Also, after the parade, behind the Stetson, from the Seatown to Charles Street, will be shut down for a family festival.
Oh, talk a little bit about that. A
celebration in collaboration with the Arts and Ideas.
Okay.
In collaboration with.
How'd that come about?
Ideas. Well, one of the things, the New Haven Public Library worked with Arts and Ideas on several different occasions, on several events. Mm-hmm. Also, Arts and Ideas does 3 festivals a year in the Hill, Fairhaven, and Dixwell. We were also doing a festival, which the parade was doing a festival, which we did the last 2 years, but in a smaller scale. It only made sense for us to take that Dixwell Arts and Ideas and combine it with the Freddy Fixer Parade so that we do a collaboration of all our resources and make it a large festival. Okay. So that's how it came about with the partnership with International Festival of Arts and Ideas.
So what do we expect?
Oh my God, we have a full range. Okay, so remember now, this is immediately following the parade.
Correct.
From 4 to 7. There's a main stage set up.
Oh.
One of our main performers
is Rashawn Langley.
Ooh, nice.
Performing.
Right. And we also have the St. Luke's
steel drum.
Yep, steel drum.
Right.
Yeah.
And then during this time, too, we are also going to do the drill team exhibition because, the drill team has always been a mainstay for these parades. Yes, it's been
one of the heart and soul pieces of Freddy Fixer.
Absolutely.
So if you really want to see them turn out.
Right. Come to the festival.
Right after. So there's a stage for them, a platform for them, and Dexter Jones is leading that. He's the chair of that. And they will all do an exhibition. It's not a competition. It's just so they have the opportunity because they don't get the opportunity in the parade to really show what they could do. So now they get a chance to show out and show everybody what they've been training
So
to
how
do.
many drill teams do we have so far?
Right now, I believe we have 6 signed up.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that we won't have any more after this point. Yeah. And then, so the center part of this whole festival is arts and crafts.
Okay.
So people can sign up. Now, to sign up for arts and crafts and to sell your wares is all free.
Oh, so vendors can
sign up for free.
For free. Everything is for free. The only vendors who cannot sign up for free are food vendors.
Okay.
And that's a $50 charge, and you have to have all of your certificates, your licenses, and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
But everybody else can sign up on free on Arts and Ideals website. And it's up and running now, and the application is there. You fill out the application and just send it back to them.
And the reason you sign up on Arts and Ideas website is so that whatever coverage you need for the day as a vendor is taken care of. we also, if you are a vendor, we need to account for the vendors. We need to know how many, what you need to be set up, and how many tables you need, things like that. So for anyone that is interested in being a vendor, again, it's for free, but we do need you to go online and through Arts and Ideas, Dixville Festival.
Right. It's artideas.org/community. And then you would click on Dixwell.
Okay.
And the application will be right there.
And you can sell anything you like, or present anything you like. Do arts, whatever your talent is.
So it's basically arts and crafts.
Arts
vendors,
and crafts,
or jewelry,
okay,
clothing, whatever anybody wants to sell. We want it to be a festival, like a festival after the parade.
Okay.
So that can be a very full day.
It is a full day.
Family.
How long is that?
It's from 4 o'clock to 7.
Okay.
But
I'm saying the full day because if you go to the parade,
right,
and then you go to the festival,
right, it is a full day.
Your kids will be tired.
Yeah,
they will go home and go to sleep.
Hey, right.
They will go home and go to sleep.
So this is the largest festival that we're trying this year, so we're very excited about that. And we need people to know, too, streets close at 11:30 a.m.
Okay.
All streets in surrounding areas will be shut down at 11:30, so you can't drive in after that. So everybody needs to be really aware of that, and including behind in the Dixwell Plaza. Everything will be shut down.
So people need to plan ahead.
Yes.
The neighborhood needs to plan ahead for sure.
Especially if you're going to be a vendor coming in, you have to get your stuff back there before the 11:30.
Before the 11:30.
There'll be no parking in the Dixwell Plaza either.
Okay. All right. So with this, what is it that you want the public to take away? Because as Donald brought up before, we had a tough time for a minute with Freddy Fixer. At its height, when we had lots of folks, we also had lots of problems. So for a minute, the Freddy went away. And, everybody was like, dang, we need to bring it back because it was a symbol of unity. It was a symbol of neighborhood. It was a symbol of reunion, as Ife said before.
Yes.
So when it came back sort of with a whimper.
Right.
But now it's picking up.
Right.
So what is it that you want people to know?
Well, I think one of the important things is especially our theme this year. Our theme this year is putting neighbor back in neighborhood, the rejuvenation. And the other thing that we all need to realize is that we all need to be able to tell our own story.
True.
For so long, so many people have been telling our story for us. And this is our opportunity to really shine and to show everyone about our arts, our artistic ability, our intellect, and how we can do that in a community together and in harmony.
And also to maintain a legacy of something that was for us and by us. New Haveners constantly complain that, we don't have this or we don't have that. Well, we do have the Freddy Fixer Parade, people.
We do indeed.
Show up. It is for us, by us. Support it throughout the year, because once this parade is over, we are going to gear up, and there will be some events and activities throughout the year to support next year's parade. And like you said, it's going to grow. It's going to be bigger and better every year, and it's going to get back to what Dr. Smith started.
The intent.
And the intent and what it is for. We have to maintain something that is for us, by us. So hello, African American community in New Haven. Get on board or don't complain.
And leave the violence home.
Yeah,
Come
because I think that's the message. That's part of the message I'm sure that you all want to get out. That it's a good time.
It's unity in our community. Let's all come together.
And in the last 2 years, we've been very fortunate, too, because we've had the street outreach workers go out and talk to members of the community, that group of community where people say that, maybe some violence. And they have stepped up. The young community has stepped up for the last 2 years and have come and enjoyed themselves at this parade without any violence. And we appreciate that. And the community appreciate that. And it actually shows. that we are making bonds back again in the community.
Because one of the things that was always prevalent in Freddy Fixer was that our elders would sit in front of the churches in their lawn chairs, right? Mm-hmm. With their sodas, because they were sodas.
The multi-generational celebration.
And they would watch. And then after a certain point, when it got too long or too hot or too loud, they just gather up their chairs and go home. Right. And that was okay because they felt safe enough to be there.
Right.
So in what you're doing,
trying to bring that back.
You're bringing it back because last year I saw the same thing.
They were there.
They were there. Mm-hmm. They had their babies.
In these times that we are having across our country and in the world, we need to have unity, and we need to show that we still love and maintain our community.
Yes.
Someone in another interview we had mentioned something about gentrification. If you move into our neighborhood, understand the legacy and the history of that community. The Freddy Fixer Parade goes through Newhallville and Dixwell, which are not to take away from any other neighborhood, the Hill and Fairhaven, but Dixwell and Newhallville, Dixwell Avenue as it is, when we were growing up, had everything you needed on Dixwell on that strip.
Yep, that's
everything.
True.
We didn't have to leave our community for much.
Right.
We want to work to get back to that. How we had doctors' offices and dentists and beauty parlors and the funeral homes, like supermarkets, everything within us. And a lot of our elders were employed. A lot of the adults were employed. Yeah. There are things that we have to do to regenerate that. And the Freddy Fixer's legacy is part of that regeneration.
Yeah, rejuvenation, absolutely.
Rejuvenation, to bring back that.
And regeneration.
Let's talk about how, let's get together, because our meetings are open. Like anybody can join.
Where do you meet?
We meet at Stetson Library every Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Okay.
And it's every Wednesday up until the time of the parade now because we're at the
right. You're getting close.
So it is an open meeting. However, there are committee members. Now, remember, none of these committee members are being paid. So
right. It's all voluntary.
We all volunteer, but we pay $40 a year to be members.
Okay.
But we also allow volunteers to come in and sit in on the meetings, too, and to voice their concerns. So we're open to that, and we make sure that we have an open door policy on that.
Voice your concerns and also help us bring forth some solutions. Come ready to work.
Yeah.
If you're committed to bettering the betterment of your community and you have some interest in that, don't come complaining. Come with saying, okay, how can we work to do this? Let's work together to make it better and grow and keep this parade as a legacy for, like, at 59 years old, I want my daughter and her children to be like, oh yeah, the Freddy Fixer Parade,
right,
and look forward to it as I did as a child.
Yes,
right.
And it's like I said, we want multi-generational celebration and unity, and showing them what we can get back to. And anybody that is gentrifying our community or moving into our community, come join us and help us out and make a contribution and understand and respect the legacy that's already there.
Right. And understand what that legacy is.
And the pride that we have, that a lot of us do have in our community.
And I have been fortunate enough because I'm currently working in the New Haven school system at Co-op High, so I'm with high schoolers, and of course the Freddy Fixer came up, and of course I had to hear the temple of the youngsters, and they're still going on, what's going on outside, what's going to happen. And I'm like, no, none of that's going to happen. That's because there's a new clique in town now that's taking over. It's not like it used to be, So what we need to do is to just bring in something new and fresh. Just come out and see, So I got them kind of stirred up too as well.
Yeah, and I think it's important when we talk about the parade is to talk about that we actually have 72 marching units.
Yeah.
I mean, in
exactly.
years past, we've never had that. I mean, we've even brought horses back last year. We
Yeah,
brought the
I
Ebony
remember.
Horsewomen
Yeah.
in, and we've had floats that we hadn't seen in years in this parade. So there's new interest in the parade. It's old interest in the parade, and they're all coming back home. And also to talk about the committee members, they're an older generation. When you look on our website and you see who the members are, it's really our average age is probably about 45, which is I think unheard of that the committee is of that age. And we also like to see younger people come in too. We do have younger people in, but just so happens that the average age is falling somewhere between 40 and 45 years old.
Yeah. Well, those are the people that really remember it at its height.
Right.
You know, there was a time when you would go on Dixwell Avenue and you would have to park your car, several blocks.
That's right.
And walk to the parade. Once
you would have to park at Hill House.
Right.
And walk over.
Because I lived on Gulf Street and I walked over.
I walked from Hamden, so that was our big outing. We just walked down Dixwell and just walked all the way down.
Walked all the way down to the parade and walk all the way back.
And I lived behind. I lived on Winter Street. Grew up on Winter Street behind the Elks Club, and everybody in the Florence Virtues just knew that you wasn't leaving your house. So we used to just put our stuff in barbecue. in our common area. It'd be like later for it. We just gonna have the barbecue.
Right.
We're not
gonna go anywhere
for that whole Sunday.
Yeah.
So it was really community. It was really, and we want to bring that neighbor back into neighborhood.
Yeah.
And we want to rejuvenate it to what it once was.
Because I remember as a young adult, because I'm not from New Haven originally, but I remember going to the parade, like Donald said. And then when I did become a young adult, my friends would go from house to house to house that Sunday after the parade and then meet back at the Elks.
Right.
I didn't know about that part.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a native, so I didn't know about that. And so I found that very interesting in the respect that everybody's home was open.
Yes.
Everybody was expecting somebody. Everybody had food. Everybody had libation. Everybody was just really welcoming, and it was like this one big holiday.
Right.
My family used to come from New York just for it. So. Especially when I marched in it.
People came from near and far. Even people that grew up here and left.
Yeah, people would come back.
So that is what we are getting to again. Once again. The splendor. And again, for us, by us. Let's keep the legacy, people. Let's keep the legacy. Help us in any way you can.
And can I just mention the sponsors? Because I think it's really...
I was going to say, so who are the sponsors now that we've been around the nostalgia ring?
Okay, so always have to do a big shout out to Mayor Tony Hart, because without her support 3 years ago, this would not have happened, along with the Board of Alders. One of our major sponsors this year that we are very excited about is Eric Clemens from Concat.
Yeah.
He really supported us this year by going out and soliciting individuals and companies to be sponsors for the Freddy Fixer Parade. And in that, he was able to get Yale to come back and give us a grant. He also was able to get William Gasper Grindstein Memorial Fund for the first time to give us a grant this year for this parade. Grayman Wilson of McDonald's, 250 Whaley Avenue. Each year, he gives about at least $2,000 in donation that he's collected from customers and other people that come in and patronize the restaurant at McDonald's. And again, he's doing it again this year. And of course, WYBC with Juan Castillo, who also is the person who brought in Tom Joyner for us last year.
Yeah.
And again, bringing him back in this year. And a real big grant this year we got from the City of New Haven, Arts, Tourism, and Culture. And then, of course, we talked about already the collaboration with Arts and Ideas. And yes. And
are you working with Arts and Ideas?
Yes, on June 9th, I'll be working with them, opening up the evening show, 5 to 5:45. I'll be presenting with my co-op fashion students.
Oh, wonderful.
Downtown on the green. We're going to walk the green. So I would
The
love
green's your
show.
runway.
That's another little show, and that one's free.
Ah,
So I hope that people do come out. We want to show the arts and ideas of people that African Americans have it going on too, and we can soar to heights that they might not imagine us to soar.
And the last one I want to mention is the Dixwell Plaza Merchant Association for allowing us the privilege of using the back parking lots because that's a private lot.
Yeah.
And they had to give us permission to do that. So
And the churches.
And the churches.
Yes.
well, they're a part of the Merchant
okay.
Association.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, yes, I see the sponsors here. Graustein, McDonald's, Eric Clemens and Concat, New Haven Mayor Tony N. Harp, the Board of Alders, City of New Haven Arts and Tourism and Culture, the Festival of Arts and Ideas, the International Festival, WYBC, and Yale. So, if somebody's interested, they go to your website. What's the website?
It's ElmCityFreddyFixerParade.com.
Okay.
You go right to the website, and if you're interested in donating, there's a tab right there that says donate to the parade. If you're interested in any tickets to any of the fundraisers, it's right there. There's a tab for that. And also a tab for a parade application if you want to go on and come and march in a parade. And also a link to Arts and Ideas so that you can apply to be a vendor for that day for the festival.
All
so
right.
everything you want to know about the parade, street closings, times, is on the website.
It's on the website.
Right.
So,
including our next gala, which is really important.
That's really important.
200 people showed up for our last gala.
That's pretty
and Michelle,
good.
you did ask, and we jumped over it, like who our honorees were last year.
Yeah.
And just real quickly, Robin Porter, our state rep, Juan Castilla, Sarah Sherman from Arts and Idea, the Firebird Society of New Haven, which are the firefighters, Howard K. Hill, Jacqueline Hoyt, who's a sergeant at the New Haven Police Department, the Flaming Knights Motorcycle Club, which is their 50th year anniversary this year.
Congratulations to them.
Yes, and the Stetson Branch Library, Donald Morris, pastor, Kim Harris of Harris and Tucker, Grammy Wilson, Howard Boyd, and Dexter Jones, who are part of our parade committee. And that's what we like to try to do, is honor the people who support the parade and support the community in other ways.
Absolutely. So, we start off on Saturday, May 12th at 8 a.m., meeting at Dexter's Barbershop, 716 Dixwell Avenue, for the annual Dixwell Community Cleanup. And that's in collaboration with Honda Smith and New Haven Public Works. And if you're interested in volunteering, contact Nina Silva at 203-589-8464 or visit www.elmcityfreddyfixerparade, that's one word, .com/volunteer. And if you missed that, you can go back and listen to the show tomorrow so you can hear it again. Okay? Then, later in the day, they're going to give you a break, give you time to go home, get cleaned up a little bit. 10 to 3 at Stetson Branch Library, same day, May 12th, there will be a health and wellness community health fair. And this is brought to you by the Elm City Freddy Fixer Parade, the Yale Black Alumni Association, the Yale Afro-Am Cultural House, Stetson Library, Yale's Medical School, I got my glasses, SNMA/LMSA, and Office of Multicultural Affairs. Then we jump from the 12th to the 17th.
Yes.
Ta-da! The fabulous designs of master designer Donald Carter will be featured at the first inaugural, you can even say, Freddy Fixer fashion show. And it will be at LT's Corner. Donation is $25, and that's 501 Boston Post Road, Orange. You can call 203-891-0777. Tickets, 203-687-0548, or ecffparade@gmail. And I'm not going to go into all the little things, but doors open at 6. They do have a cash bar, and LT's full restaurant menu will be available. Okay? And if that's not enough for you, Saturday, May 19th, from 3 to 7, day party with a purpose, and the purpose being funding the Freddy Fixer Parade.
Correct.
So you can go to elmcityfreddyfixerparade.com for more information on that, but it's from 3 to 7. You have to be 30. You will be carded, okay? And it's at Vanity Bar, 144 Temple Street. The donation is $10. $10. When's the last time you went to a party for $10?
Really?
Exactly.
Really?
Okay?
Come on now.
Exactly.
It'll be a minute. I remember when concert tickets were $10, right? So you know it's been a minute.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And that's, again, at Vanity Bar, 144 Temple Street, New Haven. And then what can be left after that but the parade itself?
Yes.
Sunday, May 20th, kicking off at 1:30 from 716 Dixwell Avenue, the Freddy Fixer Parade, the Elm City
Yes.
Freddy Fixer Parade.
Yes.
The Grand Marshal this year, Chief John Alston Jr. of the Fire Department, and special invited guest, last year's Grand Marshal,
Yeah.
the fly jock himself, Mr. Tom Joyner.
Yay.
Okay?
And
So-
after the parade,
After the parade, there will be the Neighborhood Festival and Drill Team exhibition. So, you know how when you were getting ready to go down south, right? And they would pack that bag in the car,
Pack
and it
that
would be
bag.
chicken
Yeah.
and Kool-Aid.
But there's gonna be plenty of food. You ain't gotta put no
And-
chicken Kool-Aid in it.
But I'm
'Cause it's gonna
saying
be
the day
food.
is long.
It's
Yeah.
a
So
long
it's a long day. So just be prepared. That's what
Yes.
I'm saying.
Be
Yes.
rested.
Have that chicken if you need it.
Got that right. You're right. Pack that
That's
up.
right.
Have that basket packed. If you
in
need it,
case.
if you're going to walk to the car, because that in itself is going to be, because streets are going to be blocked off, folks.
Yes.
They're gonna
And
be
you can
blocked
check the website as well to find out what streets are going to be blocked
Yes.
off, where, and probably what time things are going to take place.
Right.
So if you want to keep up with that, especially if you live in that Dixwell, Newhallville area, you may want to check the website just to see when you can kind of squeeze in and out of your neighborhood and when
And for
you can
people
tell
that
people.
live in the Dixon New
Right.
area, please don't look at this as an inconvenience. Look at it as a holiday
as to going back to what it
and
was.
what it was.
You know,
Yes.
I don't think anybody really ever complained
No.
because
No.
you knew what was going to
Right.
happen,
They didn't know.
and it was an annual thing, right?
And
Right.
most of the time, people, even walking up Shelton Avenue or Dixwell, people would have stuff out in front of their house anyway, so they turned into instant vendors anyway. I mean, as it's grown, people started
true.
selling
That's right.
stuff.
That's
That's
true.
right.
you
That's
know?
true.
So it's definitely a day that I think it's been missed for a long time.
Yeah.
And I want the kids of today to really experience it without any violence. I just want them to come and just have joy in their heart for that day and just to have fun, because that's the whole purpose behind it, is to enjoy, you know, not to be scared. And I just
Right.
hope that everybody comes with that positive energy that we need.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Donald Carter, Patricia Adger, Yves Gardy,
Yes.
thank you so much for being here,
Thank
you.
you.
talking
for
about
having
Freddy
us.
Fixer
Thank you.
and all of its activities.
Yes.
Sounds like it's going to be a fun month of May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a lot to do, right?
Yes.
A lot to support.
Yes, and to make.
Yes,
Yes.
and for Donald to make, yes.
And to make.
Because I have the good fortune of having my very first Donald Carter experience.
And thank you for
Yes.
agreeing
Yes,
to MC for us.
MCing,
The
yes.
fashion
MC
show.
Yes.
And model his fashion.
Yes.
And
We should have
models.
mentioned that,
Yes,
Michelle. That
you will
you
be.
will in one of Donald Carter's
Yes,
originals.
she's
I will
gonna
have
be
a Donald Carter.
diva. Yes.
Yes.
She has been doctrinated into Donald Carter's diva. You are now a diva for Donald Carter.
Thank you, Donald.
Thank
And that is
you
much
for being here
appreciated.
for me. I so appreciate it, and I just want people to really come out and support this effort. I'm looking forward. I'm staying up. I'm really pushing out some designs. I'm going to probably bring some of my high school students because some of them have some really terrific designs. And I want New Haven to know that our young people are here and they're going to carry the torch that I'm leaving there at the Co-op High. So please come out and support us.
Thank you, Donald.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Freddy Fixer Committee, you're
Thank
much
you.
appreciated.
Thank you.
And we appreciate your hard work. And this has been the show. And you're listening to WNHH 103.5 FM, NewHavenIndependent.org. We're streaming live on Facebook. I hope you heard all of the show. And in case you didn't catch it, you can go to TuneIn, you can go to SoundCloud, and tomorrow after Love Talk, Love Babs at 10 o'clock, my girl, squad up. Squad up. I'm on from 10 to 11, and then again from 6 to 7. Thanks to Harry Draws for all of his big messages, so make sure that I can see what I'm doing and giving me direction. Harry, much love, much appreciation. And this has been the show. Next week, we'll have on somebody who writes mystery and science fiction, and they're from New Haven. You never know who's going to be on the show. Mic's off.